Two Dev.
We are the true masters of the Earth sphere.
Two Dev.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Sleepwalker coming back again with the Two Dev Podcast. I walk through dreams and sometimes maybe even yours. I have a few new guests today, as long as an old guest that's actually a co-host. Go ahead and say hi, John.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is John, aka J Poet, owner and founder of Two Dev Gaming. We are back again, back at it, episode 9 of the Two Dev Podcast. Today, we are with the one and only, the Pack, a Pack of Savages. They are a good partner of ours. We are here with Alex and Ty from Pack of Savages. What's up, fellas? How y'all been, man?
What's up? It's your boy Spider, the one of the founding 4 members of a Pack of Savages, Navy veteran. What it do?
Hey, it's Ty, aka Royalty, Boogie Down Bronx, hanging out with Two Dev Gaming tonight.
It's cool, fellas, man. Well, you guys were one of our earliest partners. It's really kind of cool how it all played out, man. Alex has been more than supportive. He's been showing up to our events and definitely sharing the love back and forth on our different, Facebook pages and stuff. You guys are awesome, man. I love watching you, watching your live streams. You have a large plethora of games. It's really a large variety. It's never, a lot of these streamers these days kind of get themselves stuck into one category or one game in particular, and don't really branch out from that. So I love every time I turn on to the Pack of Savages, it's a different game y'all are playing, and it really keeps it fresh. So man, tell us about the Pack, man. How did it all start? Like, what are you about?
Hold on. We need to see what everybody's been playing, my friend.
You're right. What is everybody playing this week?
As far as it goes with me, I've been playing everything from Warzone to Destiny 2. So,
how about you?
Yeah, Destiny 2, The Division 2, Madden until the new one comes out.
That's what's up. I have been playing Grounded and Rogue Company.
The new Neo 2 DLC just dropped, so I've been playing that and trying to level up in the New Game Plus because I'm not ready for the DLC. So, that's what I've been doing.
Well, that's what's up, man. So listen, you guys let us know what this is kind of your introduction to Two Duck Gaming. I know a lot of us are already kind of familiar with you guys and follow you guys already and all that. But give us an introduction. Tell us all about the Pack. How did you guys start? What are you guys all about?
Well, I mean, basically, we started in like 2014. I want to say, like, really,
right when
Destiny came out, the first Destiny. Yeah. Me, Chris, and Sid all went to high school together. Ty worked at Best Buy alongside me in home theater, and he just kind of clicked well with me and Sid right off the bat, and we just was like, "Yo, you want to play Destiny together?" It was like, "Yeah, let's do that." And it just became pretty much a brotherhood from all of us from that point on. And that's when we got the idea, why don't we make our own clan inside of Destiny? And,
And this was before clans was even available.
Yeah, you couldn't put clan tags or anything in there yet, but we just ran like, hey, this is a Pack of Savages. And the name came from as far as on my end, I got it from a D.L. Hughley stand-up where he was talking about a racist comment where they said, dude was looking for a pack of N-words that I'm not going to repeat because, podcast reasons. But that wasn't exactly clan friendly at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Nor has it ever been.
Well,
to
I don't
make
know.
it that way.
Was it Xbox 360 chat? Because it seemed pretty friendly.
No, this is on PS4. But I wanted to make sure it was something that we could type up and like have like in our clan tags and explanations and things like that. So we all kind of agreed with that name. It was different compared to what anybody else had going on. So we just kind of stuck with that and wrote it out. And here we are 6 years later, and we've got a stream going with over almost 1,400 followers, several YouTube videos created, and I think the strong point for us is being that all 4 of us are military veterans, Army, Navy, and Marine Corps.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So how did you guys kind of handle the transition going from a clan? Because so I just to put this out there, I know Alex, I've talked to you about this before, but the story of Two Def is not so dissimilar from you guys. Two Def started as a clan, um, way back in the day. I'm talking like 1998 status. You all had the clan going, and then it kind of died out for a while. I brought it back. We kind of had a clan going for a little while, and it's kind of morphed into what it is today. So, kind of tell us how did that clan, the Pack of Savages, kind of transition into the video game streaming mogul that you guys are turning into?
Ambition.
Yeah, I think it was easy because a lot of the games that we ended up playing were multiplayer anyway, and a lot of games were you had to be squatted up. So Destiny running, weekly nightfalls and then running raids and then transition to the Division and Division 2 where you got to run like 4-man squads to complete missions. It was just easy for us to transition since the games that we ended up playing mostly had to be squads.
So do you guys consider yourself like still pretty much a clan and Alex is kind of the primary streamer? Or do the rest of you guys stream pretty regularly and I'm just not privy to it?
No, Alex is the streamer. I'm gonna be streaming soon. I haven't gotten my setup together yet, but I also will be doing some streaming. But yeah, Alex pretty much was he wanted to be the front man, so we all pretty much put our heads together and helped him to start it. So this way, whenever we're ready, we can just join right on.
And then you could all have, okay, that's what's up.
And then they all individually, it may not be all 4 of us at one time, but generally, if I'm streaming, especially a multiplayer game, one of the other 3 are involved one way or another. Either they're playing together or they're just hanging out in chat, playing their own game, and we're still, cross communicating and things like that.
I've watched quite a few of your streams where you're playing with them, and I can hear, the different voices and stuff in the background when you're talking in the chat. But I just didn't know if you guys kind of had a rotation, if y'all kind of, some of you stream more than others. It's just kind of like with Two Deaths. Like it started off me and Raphael doing the streaming, man, and like we have some ideas for a couple different where we're sitting together streaming and kind of clowning the game or doing stuff. But like I'm just not a streamer. It's a difficult thing, man. It really is. It's like having to worry about playing the game and also like entertaining people and saying shit they want to hear, and I don't know.
And making sure your stream of consciousness doesn't slip into absurdity.
Right.
I think that's what kind of helps us around is that we're all entertaining in our own right. So, I mean, we could be playing the most mundane game ever, but we'll make it the funnest thing that you've ever seen.
Right.
So,
go ahead, Sleep.
Like, what's the worst game you've ever played on stream?
I don't think we've done it on stream.
Worst game I've played on stream had to be Remnant from the Ashes.
Remnant?
Really?
Remnant. I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like a Souls-like with guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't necessarily that it was a bad game. It was just nobody knew enough about it to be slightly interested in it.
So like they used to get really a lot of audience play.
Right, and then I didn't have any of the other Savages with me on there, so it was like me mostly running with randos.
Oh yeah, that's not entertaining.
So did you end up saying like in mid streams, like, you know what, fuck this game, I'm taking it out, we're switching to that?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I can't remember what I switched over to, but I think I might have switched over to like playing some Call of Duty or Destiny or something at the time. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Now, how long you been streaming over there, Alex?
Actually, it'll be a year come mid-September.
That's what's up. Yeah, we don't have the setup, man. So like, I was kind of curious, like, what kind of setup you have. Like, I noticed that you have a green screen that you usually use, and but I didn't know like what kind of setup you had. Necessarily like with your camera, and like, do you have like a certain part of the house, like a certain room that you're in that you stream in, or like, what's your setup look like?
So my streaming setup is like super like jerry rigged ghetto as hell. Like, so as far as the room goes that I use, it's actually just my bedroom. And I've got I didn't go out and buy like a $60, $70, $80, $120 green screen. I went to Walmart and bought these little green sheets of fabric that are like they're a yard each, you know, a large yard length each, and I literally just stapled them to the wall behind me.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of permanently there.
No, I mean I can pull the staples out the wall.
You know,
Now I'm telling you, if you want to take it next level, bro, because me and Stefan, do film stuff. What you need to do is get the green screen suit, where it's like a suit, it's a green screen.
I was trying to tell him to do that.
Bro, just be sitting there and then just
and
impose.
it's just your face.
Just headphones just floating in the air.
It's just head stream. It's just head today.
You got to
That's
get
hilarious.
the Pack of Savage patch and put it on the suit.
Over my face. But no, so outside of that, I don't even have like a computer desk or anything. Like I'm sitting, like my laptop and everything is sitting on like a TV tray.
Oh man.
And then I've got a Logitech C930E that is like normally like they go for like $150 to like $190, and I found this dude online. He wanted 60 for it, and I got it for 30.
Nice.
Yeah, you do be freaking.
He really do.
Like, we doing this,
And he be bragging about it too.
bro. We're doing this podcast remotely. I feel like I need to check my pockets and shit. Like, I feel
I
like
don't know, bro.
I done
Hey.
sold him my controller for $20 and didn't even know about it.
I said next
And
time.
I ain't got no Xbox either. I just got a controller now.
Hey, bro, next time I buy something on Amazon, dog, I want you to be there so you can just click right next to me, dog. Tell them like, "Hey, man, make this $30 less, bro."
Oh man.
Man.
So outside of that, I've got I got a little ring light that I got off a good friend of mine. And then I got the Elgato hooked up obviously to the PlayStation, and the PlayStation to the TV, and blah 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 blah. And then I've also the mic that people hear in the stream, not necessarily what the Savages hear when we're in party chat, but what you all hear is my studio mic that I use when I record my music as well.
Oh, okay.
So I've got like a audio interface, and then I've got like a noise isolation shield, studio quality headphones, and like this brand new AKG mic and everything like that I'm running on. Because I mean, if anything, like I might not have the best visual setup, but you're gonna make sure that you can hear me perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty comparable to like if you just hop on Twitch or YouTube and look at, or even Facebook, and kind of look at the regular streamers. I mean, I think it's pretty up to par with what everyone else is doing. So I mean, I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I know when you explain it, it sounds ghetto as shit, but like when you see it, you can't even tell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It looks clear and sounds clear, and I mean, if you have that and you're entertaining, you can get pretty far. Because like what people want is either competence or entertaining, and if you got both, I mean, geez, like you could be off to the running.
Alex over pulling back the curtain for us and shit. Yo,
Unveil
Zach
all
Hall-
my secrets.
Zach Hall is about to challenge you to a ghetto off, man. He's saying his setup's way more ghetto than yours. He says he got that TV tray life too. No,
I accept your challenge, Zach.
So then so you kind of been with us for this podcast. So you were there for the first 30 minutes where we're doing our sound checks and testing it out on different platforms to make sure we're all showing up and on here. And do you have any type of like preparation that you do before you go live as well, or like what does that look like?
Well, first things first, I always wash my ass. I know y'all can't see, but it's a personal thing. I can't be on camera knowing that I might be a little bit funky.
So is this like, so are we talking straight up wash rag and Dove soap, or is this like a baby wipe job?
This is like full on, like hop in the shower, use my fucking Axe shower scrubber and everything. Put baby powder on the boys afterwards to make sure that they don't sweat when I'm sitting down for several hours.
Hey man, he's dropping some nuggets for y'all. Most streamers don't tell you this kind of shit, but he's being honest.
Brush my teeth. You can. What if y'all can smell my breath through the mic? I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know what type of phone y'all might be watching.
they're trying to make smell-o-vision. They're trying to add that smell application on the games and stuff like that, and he's just getting ready for it.
It already appeared on The Simpsons. It's gonna happen.
Technology, man. Technology's a bitch.
You don't want to be playing like Resident Evil and be like, is this a rotten hallway or the dude I'm watching?
Man, I tuned into them Pack of Savages stream and it smelled like breath.
Smell like old tires and burnt bacon. Like,
Old sneakers and shit.
Right.
Well, good man.
Yep.
So we can rest assured anytime we tune into the Pack of Savages, stream, we're gonna know that Alex is streaming this with a clean ass.
Yeah,
So,
ash be fresh. You ain't gonna be smelling my cheeks.
You got any other
So, man,
like things you do that aren't spiritual?
Actually, the biggest part of it is like making sure that my lighting is correct before I go live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because lighting can make or break your stream as far as what your camera and stuff looks like. And I've seen quite a few like Facebook streamers that their lighting's jacked up and it shows.
Yeah,
and I've seen where people.
So if we don't
I'm going in the dark. I'm bioluminescent, first of all.
Yeah.
he said he's bioluminescent. It's retarded.
It's a defense mechanism.
You gotta be able to protect myself out here in these streets. It's hard out here for a light-skinned dude.
Bro.
So I look like Avatar.
Hey, it's because I'm bald.
He gets his lighting too light. It's like it's too bright in the stream. There, everybody thinks he's white. And it's like, what the fuck is he saying?
Turn around.
Either that or my bald nugget just gives off this like extreme, like I look like an anglerfish. Like
What the?
That's like you're baiting everybody to the stream. Then they get there, you turn around, and just blind them. Like,
hit them with that solar flare like Cell.
Anime when they do the sparkle off the head and like it's right there. That's exactly what it
is. This man be preparing, bro.
Hey.
But it kind of moves on to the next question, man. So like it's not easy, you know what I'm saying? Like the streaming is difficult. So like when I first started with 2Def, and I was like, we need to get some streaming out. We need to start streaming and get some online content out, especially with with the whole COVID-19 stuff. I didn't have any of the equipment, so I just streamed straight to Twitch from my Xbox. So like you could hear me through my Xbox remote, but you couldn't see me. And it's difficult, man. It takes a lot of consistency. Like we even see with our podcast, if we go a couple weeks where it's not on the same day at the same time, our viewership goes down. So like it's really hard to kind of stay up with the times, stay up with everything. So like what are some of the biggest challenges that you have found in your year of streaming that or what it takes to be a streamer? What's the biggest challenges?
I mean, honestly, it's pretty much exactly what you said. Consistency. Without consistency, you're going to take a huge drop off, and it's not going to be something that you want to deal with. And I'm personally still trying to rebuild from it because, given current situations that we're not going to speak on, I took like a mental hit, and I wasn't streaming as much, and I missed probably almost a month and a half of streaming. And when I started going back in, instead of me hitting 20 to 30 viewers on average, I dropped down to like 5 to 10, maybe.
Yeah, it's not only that, it's also the games that we play. Content comes out like every month. So I remember that one time, all of us stopped playing Destiny 2 for a while. And then when we hopped on, we were all pissed because we had to buy the new DLC, level up, get all the gear that they were promising that we were going to get that we never got anyway. So it's consistency, and it's also trying to keep up with the demand, because games, it's not like, Madden and NBA 2K. If you pick that up, you can, take 2 or 3 months off and pick it right back up and go right back to playing like you used to. But all these other games, especially since the Battle Royale wave is kicking in high gear, if you miss a couple weeks or a month, that's a whole season. So now you're behind on everybody.
All right, I'm leaving. Good luck tonight.
Love you, baby.
Well, night, Miss
Right,
Lady.
night.
No, she going out with a friend, man.
Oh man, I was about to ask for like hot chocolate and a cookie or something.
You already know.
But so yeah,
Cool.
I
I
mean,
got my
outside of
snack
consistency, it's engagement. Being engaging is like it's very time consuming as far as like when you're streaming, because like if you got your chat popping off and you're too worried about listening to what everybody else is saying in your chat, your viewers are going to lose interest, and then you're going to see 20 to 30 viewers drop down to 5 or 10 viewers while you're live.
Right.
And then your engagement on your comment section is just going to drop down to absolutely nothing.
So
yeah, we experienced. Oh, go ahead, Sleep.
I'm just saying you just want to keep it lively between the game and then talking to chat, because you want to keep action always moving.
Right, you got to keep things engaging. If you're not playing the game currently, like if you had a pause screen or a post game screen or anything like that before you get into a match or something like that, if you're not actively engaging, either making conversation that the viewers want to partake in with the other members of your chat, versus or engaging with them personally in the stream itself, then they're not going to stick around, because they feel like, well, shit, I could just be doing this at home. If I just want to sit at a damn pause screen, I could do this by myself.
Right.
I mean, I do it. I actually do this by myself. Sit at a pause screen.
Yeah, I got my TV on the pause screen right now.
I've been at this boss for like 2 hours, bro. This pause screen is staying.
What are you playing,
Man,
Dark
it is-
Souls?
I'm playing Neo, the Japanese
Oh,
version.
yeah,
of
yeah,
Dark-
yeah.
And I'm just like, right now I'm just in there like, all right, bro, go, all right, cool. No, this was good design. This was good.
But man, it is difficult though, bro. Like I've felt some of them, because when we want to do streaming or we want to do breakdowns of games, the pressure's on. It's like you were saying, like new games come out, and if you want to remain relevant, you want to be kind of ahead of the curve, you got to go out and drop $70 for a new game. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out and get all these new games, even if it's not something that necessarily you like or you want to play. It's something that your viewers are going to want to see. You know what I mean? So me and Sleep is running into that too. We've talked about buying games and just so we can cover them and we can intelligently speak on them, for our 2-death stuff or for a tournament. Like I bought Super Smash Brothers, not even because I was sitting around and playing all the time. It's because we're going to be having Super Smash Brothers tournaments, and I need to stay up to date with everything. So,
Yeah.
And we see the same thing with the viewership, man. Like even with podcasts, I forget what the situation was. We started talking about Austin Shane's ass or some shit one time, and no shit, the viewers dropped from like 16 to like 4. And I'm sitting there like, wow, we got to change the subject, bro. Like,
I have fickle ass fans, dog.
weirdly enough, Alex gets on here and talks about washing his ass with his loofah or whatever the fuck, and our viewership goes up. So,
It's more interesting.
It's because they like my high yellow ass.
It's just a clearly more interesting ass to talk about.
No, but yeah, man, it's challenging trying to keep up with everything. Like, I get on. Austin just commented, "Why you talking about?"
I seen that. Yeah.
You're famous, bro.
Look,
You like 43 people saw that, dude. You're welcome.
I just want to say something. This is America's ass.
I've been waiting my whole life for this reference.
This man got a Steve Rogers ass, dog.
Right.
No, but kind of back to the topic though, man. Like, streaming really is difficult. I talk to people all the time. I get it all the time because I'm a family man. I got a regular job and all this, and they hear me talk about starting a gaming company, and I get it all the time. Older people, whether it be my parents or my in-laws or just older people that I kind of tell about it. They're like, "What is it? What are you doing?" And all this. And then when I mention streaming, almost all of them, they kind of roll their eyes like, "Oh, it's just, oh, you play a video game and stream it. Oh, you make, but people don't realize, man, there's a lot of money in this. There's a lot involved. And there's a lot of bells and whistles. You just pull up Twitch, and someone even like me who streams and I'm in the industry, I could pull up Twitch and get confused. You know what I mean? I can get confused about what all is it going to keep to stay in as an affiliate, or what all is it going to stay to keep as a level up on the level up program. And like, people donating stars, and I mean, there's a lot to take in, and not to mention actually playing the game and not being garbage at it while you play it. It almost makes it where it's like it's hard to enjoy gaming because it becomes very much a job. So I didn't know what your take on that is. Like, do you still find yourself being able to enjoy playing video games, or does it kind of seem more like a job? Like, do you ever just feel like, you know what, man, I want to play a game without fucking recording it and having to talk over the whole game? Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, personally, I try not to take it so seriously where I consider it a job, because I feel like at that point you're looking at it for the money and not for the growth and and viewership, really. I try to keep things. I won't play a game that I know I will not enjoy, and especially not on stream. Like, I have a few games that I play off stream because I know that either I'm going to be too focused on the game and not paying enough attention to the stream, or it's going to be frustrating to the point where it won't be like a funny rage quit thing. It'll be more of like, I'm just getting pissed off and I don't want to do anything.
Right.
So I try to avoid putting myself in that situation. And I know if I'm going to play a game that's like that, I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to play it, on my own time off stream, and then take, a couple hours out the day, say hop on and play some Warzone, or, Call of Duty, or not Call of Duty, but Destiny 2, or, anything like that.
That you're not streaming when you play it?
No. But that's, I think that's the biggest part of like what makes a Pack of Savages a Pack of Savages is we don't necessarily stick to one specific type of game or specific genre. Like, we can switch it up because that's how we really play. We will literally be balls deep in Call of Duty and then be like, yo, let's go play Overwatch, or let's go play Destiny 2, or at one point we were playing the first Neo game, just whatever we feel like playing at the time.
Oh,
yeah, I've been
trying to get me to play FIFA.
I mean, you should resist that though.
I can't. My patriotism won't allow me to play soccer.
You mean football? Like...
Look, man, I can't enjoy a sport that ends 0-0 and nobody's dead.
This man said his patriotism, bro.
Well, there goes Europe. Sorry, guys.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, all the European homies. We know how serious y'all take it.
People here in Louisville take that shit serious these days, man. We got a pro team and everything now.
Oh, well, I'm glad.
Semi-pro.
Well, is it semi-pro?
No, they're not pro. You can catch them on local TV. They're not pro. You turn on Wave 3, they're playing.
No disrespect to the Louisville FC though,
That's what I'm about to say, man. Don't be throwing shade at Louisville FC, dog.
I'm sorry. Look, man, you gotta understand. I'm from New York, where we have 2 teams for every sport because we could afford it. So I don't really care. But I'm an outsider looking in.
And I'm not a sports fan, so.
Well, either is Raphael. I've been a sports fan my whole life, so I don't watch soccer. It's one of those things. It's like during the World Cup, or during the what's the semi-pro championship called? I don't even remember right now. But anyway, I'll watch it during the big games or whatever, and I'll watch it.
Now,
those Louisville Cardinals got a soccer team. I'll watch it. But
I'll watch.
Only thing I really pay attention to is college basketball. So
I watch soccer to find out what new flop LeBron James is gonna pull.
I'm an anime sports fan. Like, if it's anime sports, I'm in.
Like when the Boondocks was playing kickball, like.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what you talking about? Like, bro, like, anime sports is some of the best anime, dog. It's like, oh my god, they know so much about the sport, even though that's not how that shit goes down. Like, but they just know so much about it now.
All sports are fun when you could defy physics.
Right. What do you mean? He kicked the base? He hit the baseball around the globe. It just stayed in orbit. What?
I was watching this boxing one, Hajime no Ippo. People might know it, but Like when they start.
Oh, Ipo Mukanati.
Yeah.
Oh man, see. See, somebody else watches it.
See, when they start disappearing, that's when the shit gets interesting. Even though no one has ever done that in the boxing ring, you have never seen Muhammad Ali have like an after image. Because if you did, boxing would be a different sport.
Muhammad Ali got the instant transmission. What you mean?
Louisville
stand up, baby.
Silly, man, silly. But so we talked about some of the challenges of being a streamer, though, Alex. What are some of the coolest parts about being a streamer? What's you making side money? Like what's obviously you get to make cool ass partnerships with dope ass groups like 2 Dope Gaming. So, I mean, there has to be some
plug.
What are some of the coolest parts of being a streamer?
I would say the people that I meet that come through to the stream and they just want to show love and some of them come in just to conversate. I've got several viewers that come in and they just want to chit chat about how their day's going and ask about how should I deal with a certain situation, and it's kind of nice to be able to have that outreach, to be able to affect somebody's life in a positive way just by providing them with a little side entertainment while they're either at work and they can't play the game or something like that. So now they can come in and watch you play a game that they're interested in, and then chit chat with you on the side, and possibly get some information that they may or may not have needed. And then the money thing, so with the money, as far as the way I've been handling things, every dime that I've gotten from donations goes either straight back into the stream or into my giveaways that I do. I don't keep a dime of that for myself.
Oh, so you're charitable. You kind of do it for more like giving it back.
But he's still grinding to build his brand, is what he's doing.
Well,
that too.
Well, of course.
But I mean, my eventual goal would be to have enough income coming in to where I can give all of my partners in a Pack of Savages their own setup so that we can all stream identically. So if I'm taking a Thursday off because I need to pull a few more hours at work, Ty can hop up like, yo, I'll stream tonight. And ain't nobody gonna have to, Pack of Savages can't go live tonight like we said we was.
Right.
Yeah. Or have to wait until next week or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys set a schedule, or do you kind of just do you like set a schedule where you stick to it, or do you just kind of hop on whenever you're having some free time, or how do you do that?
I did it first, and then it just with my job that I had when I first started, it was pretty much impossible for me to stick to one schedule, because some days I would get off at 8 o'clock, some days I'd get off at 11 o'clock, and I would never know what it was.
All right. Well, I'm always off on Tuesdays. I actually have it where they can't schedule me on Tuesdays. So since a lot of games either release on Tuesdays or update on Tuesdays, I'm usually there for the reset or the release of new content. So that's one of the benefits that I have.
Right. But now with my current job, I'm not going to give out my employment information. I pretty much make my own schedule. So now it's to the point where once I can get myself back heavily involved like I want to, I'll basically be able to do what I want to. So like Ty said, if I want to be available on Tuesdays to where I can get in there and take care of that. We got a new patch today on Destiny or Call of Duty or whatever it is, like that. I can cover that. We can go in, check it out. And if somebody's stuck at work and they want to know, how's the new patch handling the game? Has the meta shifted or anything like that? Boom, they can tune into a Pack of Savages live and check that out. And then add on top of that, the fact that I do music submissions at least once a week when I stream, that brings a whole new outlet, because a lot of people fail to realize that gamers are some of the biggest music fans you'll ever find.
Oh,
For sure.
And it's like the most untouched market for an independent artist. Last week I did a music stream, and one of my homegirls who's an artist out of West Palm Beach, Zoilita, she came in and submitted songs, and as we played those, she was getting like all types of clout. Like people were like, hey, I want to come work with you. How can we network? How can we do this? How can we do that? And then turned around right after that, had another guy send me music, and he started going off in the chat immediately, because he was like, yo, that shit felt good. Like he said, I felt like my music was part of the game.
You know,
Yeah, that's dope.
I 100% agree with that because now that I've gotten older and I have a little bit more refined in my taste, I feel that the music in a game helps me enjoy the game so much more. Like, you know, like if the music is bad, it'll just kind of, like I was playing Dragon Quest, right? And Dragon Quest is a good RPG, but the music, and I know a lot of people disagree, that it's horrible. It's like it came from 1984. And it's like, oh my God. And it's the same for every single area that's like another area. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And it just hampers my enjoyment a little bit of the game. And like the music in itself, if it was just better or more modern, it would just seamlessly put me in there.
You mean you don't like the way your sound comes through your TV, sounding like those old ringtones that we used to program with the T9 texting?
No, I'm not a fan. I found I'm not a fan.
That's actually a pretty accurate depiction.
And there was always that one or two notes that you could not get right because your phone wasn't the exact phone model that they made that for.
Hey, but yo, Alex, talk a little bit more about that, man, because I've noticed some of that on your streams, and I thought it was a really unique way of getting people engaged, especially like you said, because you kind of come from a musical background. You got a lot of friends who game and do music and stuff like that, and it also, more so than that, it's kind of about what we're kind of all about here at 2Dub Gaming anyway, is pulling people up with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's build this community. Let's give people an outlet. Let's give people the eyeballs or whatever. So like, it's really cool that you got some local rappers who probably the most clout they've ever had in their short career has been their music being shown on your stream. You know what I'm saying? So like, tell us more how it works and kind of like what it involves, and like, how people submit their music and kind of how that all goes about.
Well, with you, 99% of the artists that submit music are not locals.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Most of them come from people that I've met through my producer since I started working with him back in August of last year. So it's actually about a year today that I really started working with him on my first song, Work Something, with him. And he's gotten me a lot of connections through all the different producers and the other artists that he works with that have also came in and gotten their music played, and they start sharing it out, which draws in all the attention from all these other independent artists. And they want to come in and get their music played because it's free promotion. I don't ask for nothing but a follow and a like.
Right.
And then I'm an artist myself, and then Ty's a DJ. So I mean, the music being tied in with the stream almost comes hand in hand.
So how do you pick what song gets picked for each specific stream?
I don't.
You just randomly pick it?
Whatever they send gets played. I don't care if it's 32 songs or 2 songs. If you come through and show enough, balls to submit your music to this gaming stream, and you hit that follow button and you hit that like button and you email me a non-copyrighted track, that's enough for me. I will play you.
But I'm letting y'all know, if that music is trash, you're not getting invited to the barbecue.
Well, I was really wondering, like, how do you keep your facial reactions from like when someone does actually, because goddamn well that all these independent artists are going to be having a lot of trash tracks in there. Like, how do you like kind of just brush it off and be like, oh, okay, let's hear the next one, or are you like straight clowning them like?
It depends on my level if it's intoxication at the time.
That and or a level of professionalism. We do got to keep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bust your ass. I'm not gonna be like, oh, yo, that track was doo-doo cakes, cause like I'm not gonna bash you like that. I'll be like, yo, that beat was hard.
You'll find the positive.
Yeah.
You gonna Chef Ramsay that cat and be like, "This beat is cold."
I'm not gonna sit up there like DJ Drama did during the freshman freestyle with Lil Dicky, Anderson .Paak, and Designer, where you could just see in his face when Designer and Anderson .Paak were going, he was just like, "Can this please just be fucking over with?"
Man, I can imagine that you come across a few of those.
Hey,
but especially if you play whatever and you don't even hardly screen it or anything like that before you throw it on. Like,
hey,
I don't screen anything. As soon as I get the email, if the slot's open, you're getting played.
Well, I'm just saying, I've been in the music industry too. Now, granted, this was back in the day. We're talking between 2004 and 2008.
John comes from in the white tee era. Yep. Yep. Yep.
But I'm telling you right now, I can't tell you how many trash fucking mixtapes I've been handed over the years and asked to do, to hop on their record or have them hop on mine. And it's it's kind of a tricky thing trying not to disrespect them right in front of their face, but it's like we do two different things.
I rap. You make sounds over other sounds.
Was that a trombone or did you say something? What was that?
That's what I'm like. I'm like, man, the beat's hard though.
You see that bass line? You nailed that.
I've been put in a similar situation. I'm not gonna say anything about specifics, but my entire goal at that point was, you know what? I'm gonna outshine this dude on his own track.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
When you're featured on a trash track.
Yeah. I'm gonna show all the way out because guess what? If that artist is professional enough, it doesn't matter because they're gonna get their music out there. And if they're on Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, Google Play, it doesn't matter. If they have, say, 50 fans that you don't know about that don't know about you yet, and you get featured on that artist's track, now your name is tied into theirs. So now, as soon as they hear one of their favorite new artists, if they like that guy or gal, and then they're like, oh, well, wait a minute, this is that Spider dude. Let me see what he's talking about now. And then boom, now they're linked over to my account.
Yeah, that's smart. Back in the day, like for me, like, I got myself in a few different things like Sleep. You remember that dude, Church Mouse?
I believe I do.
Yeah, well, he came and paid me money to do a song with him. And, I was a broke college student basically during my rap career. And, he coming at me hollering about $150 to do a song with him. I'm like, shit, all right. No, I don't even know his name. I don't even know if he's still alive or what the fuck ever. But
you just bought my food for a week, player. Appreciate it.
Right, but I did it though.
Was he good or was he like average or garbage?
Well, he wasn't very good, man. He was along the same lines. Like he was trying to be conscious. He was trying to be a conscious rapper. That's me, man. My name is J Poet for a reason. I'm not in here talking about dumb shit. So I won't even get on those songs. Like Pert Man's the only person that I ever did songs with, and that's just because he was my boy. And
sometimes it's with those.
We did the typical rap songs, but the rest of my shit's always going to be about some depressing ass fucking shit anyway. So
a lot of times with those people, I find that they have a message, but they haven't quite found to make it musical. Like it's like they don't really understand the principles of music. So they have a message, but they don't know how to make that sound good.
And I struggled with this as well, but except for when I was, my years of freestyling. Me and Sleeps had countless drives to Williamsburg, Kentucky, freestyling the entire way.
Jesus.
But it's ridiculous. But the hard part about people who write poetry who transition over into trying to rap to a beat is trying to fit way too many fucking words in a bar, and. And I do the same thing.
I hear that a lot in trap music because I don't like trap music, but Key will be listening to it. They'll be like at the end of a bar and then they try to put a whole sentence in it, and I'm like, bro, just stop, just don't. like bro, make that 2 words, bro.
It's kind of the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was saying, now that I know that y'all do that, I'm going to send y'all a game beat I've been working on.
Yeah, you got to check that out. I didn't know if you were going to try to talk about that. If that's still a kind of a secret held close to your vest.
No. I as far as working on game beats, I was working on one for my brother trying to do something. But, like, other than that, I don't mind making them because it's just fun making them. So, just making something fun and sending it in. And
you got to send them that boss beat, Sleep.
Oh yeah,
the boss fight beat,
the boss music. Yeah, that's nice. I'm gonna improve it and send it.
But kind of rounding it back up to some of the questions about y'all stream, man. Like, so if you are able to come up with like the perfect game, or maybe there's already been one, if there's a perfect kind of game that you could stream? That if as Pack of Savages, this is like the perfect epitome of what we're looking for in a game to stream. What are you looking for? Is there a game that kind of already fits that bill, or what's the characteristics you're looking for?
In my opinion, that'd be kind of tough because we all have our own avenues.
Yeah.
Ty, he's not really the biggest fan of PvP type games.
I don't
Personally,
like people.
I like PvP. I want to bust somebody's nugget. I want to dip their nugget straight in the honey mustard sauce. But if I could personally make my own game that I would stream a lot, it would be an action MMORPG based around like the fairy tale universe, where you get to choose what type of wizard that you are, like whether you want to be a god slayer, dragon slayer, celestial wizard, whatever it is.
Speaking of that, they have that RPG just came out.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. But no, like something where you get to go in, create your own character exactly the way you want to, and kind of choose what type of, like I said, like what type of wizard that you want to be. And go in with different guilds, can choose what type of bonuses you get and what type of quests you get and things like that. And then like if you want to form your own guild, you have that ability. And then kind of make that a subsidiary underneath of one of the main story guilds, I guess. So like if you want to have a guild of your own, but you want to be a subsidiary of like the Fairy Tale Guild or Grimoire Heart or anybody like that.
Nice. That sounds better than the actual RPG that came out.
But you would want that to be an MMO though, so where you can like you would be able to be competing with other people within this fairy world or whatever.
Like more like being in the world rather than being a main character of the story.
Right.
No, I know he's talking about. I've seen Fairy Tale, and yeah, that would be dope. I honestly think Fairy Tale should be a fighting game because
that's what I mean. But when I say action RPGs, like take like what's a good, like almost like Dark Souls fighting styles, but make it to where you're more anime style. So if you want to choose, say you want to be an Iron Dragon Slayer, you can turn around and be fighting somebody in like this open world environment. Where if you want to turn around and haul ass, you have that option. But say if you run from a fight, you lose so many, you lose points towards some type of progression system.
Oh, dude, you need to hit up Bandai Namco and tell them, hey, I have an idea that's way better than anything you've ever come up with.
It does sound like a dope game.
Like I would probably bury my entire life inside of a game like that.
I agree.
My perfect game would actually kind of be a mix between Human and Cyberpunk 2077 whenever that's going to drop. In the sense that it's an open world game where you can level yourself from like the bummiest of bums to running a corporate headquarters. But each decision you make pretty much carves out a different pathway to an end result. So it has tons of replay value because you can end up being a CEO, but then you can play it over and try something else, and next thing you know, you're actually the capo of a mafia group that's going to end up, building a heist to take over a company and take their values. So something like that would actually be my perfect game because I can definitely like see myself banking like 30-40 hours into it and then still wanting to replay it again.
Well, I find it interesting that both of those kind of games that you described too would be a really unique. I mean, I don't know about the casual viewer of your streams, but I'm sure you guys have some like hardcore fans who watch every stream you put up. It would be cool for them to be able to watch the progression of your character as you go through this world, because it's almost like a storyline, like you're watching a show or whatever. You're invested in this character and what kind of changes they make as they play. You know what I mean? It's not
make them feel like they're a part of it.
Right. I remember growing up playing God of War 2, and my grandmother sat in front of the TV like we were watching a movie. I'm like, Mom, this is a video game.
I was saying God of War 3.
Like, no, when is that show coming on? It's like when I feel like playing it.
Like, Lord have mercy, he's killing demons.
Hey, real fast. I had a perfect game. Now, does any of you all remember the Order 1886?
Oh my God! Yes.
Now, how about we take that concept and we put it on a good game? Like, what I would
Yeah.
do is take the concept they had, put it on a 4-player online tactical shooter where they have different classes of demon hunters ranging from, from over in Japan to China to, Russia, Africa, all the, the different folklore. And you have it in a world with a bunch of different folklore, and you do mission-based things where you got to go into a certain mission and face off against different monsters and demons, and they can have an interwoven story. Like what it should have been instead of what they did. Because I hated that they wasted that idea. Like, that idea was such a good idea, and they just trashed it.
I hated that I wasted $200 on it. I still got the damn statue.
Dude, you got the collector's edition?
Yes.
They got you, bro. They got me. I pre-ordered it too. They got me. They didn't give me that hard, but they got me.
This is why I miss demos. Like, I remember, like, back in the day when, like, Tomb Raider would come out or Crash Bandicoot. You had to play the demo before you bought the game.
Yeah, exactly. You had a demo, not a beta that lasted one weekend, and if you missed it, well, I guess you better buy it.
Excuse me, Anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trash them.
Well, guys, there's been some information leaked about some upcoming games coming. I guess you guys are all PlayStation fanboys, huh?
Excuse me. I am by console. So,
oh, he's one of those PC guys.
No, I got Xbox and PS4.
No, you got both.
I was tired of the arguments.
They are juvenile. I'm not gonna lie. They are.
It really is.
But they're so entertaining.
They are.
Yeah.
Especially when you're on
especially
when you're on the winning side. Like,
I've seen fights break out at work over this shit.
But is there really a winning side to that? We all have to pay $60 a year for our subscription.
Yeah, it is whack. And plus, I mean, no matter what it is, like, and another thing, I guess that segues into this. They should be go ahead and letting that price out whenever we have this supposed show happening for PlayStation and Xbox. They need to go ahead and let that price, drop.
I just want to use this as an opportunity to let you know that y'all might be paying $60 for your subscription, but over at Xbox, we don't
Xbox
have to pay that no more.
See, that's $60 in my pocket.
Bitch.
Well, I'm gonna get a better.
But you don't have God of War
or Spider-Man, and
Miles Morales.
And it might be leaked that the Avengers game coming out, Spider-Man might be PS4 exclusive. Now,
damn you, Disney.
I honestly feel that's kind of crap because, come on, dude.
I'm with it.
Like, I like it because we get it, but at the same time, I feel that's kind of messed up because it's Spider-Man, bro. Come on, he's not a PlayStation exclusive. He's Spider-Man.
Well, our last podcast before this one, we were breaking down the Xbox Game Showcase. We kind of broke down each game, and we actually mentioned in that podcast that we were really hoping, because Xbox has already kind of released that they're going to have another showcase in August, and we didn't know where PlayStation was sitting, and it's kind of been leaked that they're going to have a state of play coming up in August as well. PlayStation 6, has
I believe, right?
August 6th.
Sony.
What's
That's the day after my birthday.
Yeah, what I've been reading is going to be between August 5th and August 11th. I didn't know that there was actually an August 6th date solidified, but I don't think Sony has verified it yet, have they?
No, they haven't.
Sony won't verify anything until like the day before. Like, oh, tomorrow we're going live. Hey,
you gotta understand, Sony is like Japanese developers, and they're very old school.
I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like,
and Sony's like they're very old school. They're a Japanese company. They're gonna do things by the way they do things. Like, and they're probably not gonna change much.
Well, so since we have two PlayStation guys and one by console guy, what games are y'all looking forward to? Hoping that they show it during the state of play. What are you guys looking for? Out of the state of play, what are you hoping for? What do you expect?
I'm not expecting anything from PlayStation, honestly.
The game that I'm looking forward to is it's not really as console specific, but it was supposed to come out spring, and it was postponed indefinitely was Dying Light 2. I was literally looking forward to that game more than anything, and then they were like, "Oh, well, we don't know when it's gonna come out."
So did the virus, or I mean, what's holding it up?
Probably.
It happened before the Corona.
Now,
That would be so ironic if the virus is what caused Dying Light.
now, what studio is this?
Oh, this virus thing. We got to change our storyline, guys. Hold up.
What studio does Dying Light?
I can't even think of what their name is right now.
Because it was like, if it's Ubisoft, then I understand because they're kind of going through a thing. But if it's not,
No, it's hold up, I'm looking it up now.
Warner Brothers Interactive.
Techland.
Yeah.
It's Techland.
Techland.
well, I don't know anything about them, so it could be all up in the air for that one. Like, they delayed it. It's probably going to be delayed for a little bit, so I wouldn't expect much from Dying Light until they drop another trailer. I mean, honestly, the game I was looking forward to was Biomutant. Now, I don't know if
I've never played it or heard of it, but I saw like the big wave of everyone's excitement for it, and I was like, this game should be good.
Yeah, like, dude, it's like they showed a trailer of it years ago, and you just ain't heard nothing. And the thing is, it looks very ambitious because you could shape your character, and how you shape your character will determine their stats. And you could shape them like various little mutant things. There's mechs, there's flying machines, there's the kung fu combat with guns and like these little weird alien animals and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, this looks amazing. And just nothing came out about it. And then just shortly, like a month or two ago, they started showing trailers for it again. So I'm glad it still exists. And
It's being made by Techland too.
You know another game that they talked about that just fell off?
What?
Dead Island 2.
Dead Island 2.
It's been 6 years and nothing.
Ain't that Techland as well?
No, that's
oh, dude, it's just the entire roster is garbage now.
It's actually Deep Silver, but I heard they've been going through some financial issues lately.
Yeah,
a lot of studios are though, honestly. They what's the word on the last God of War game was 2 years ago that it came out?
2018.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what's kind of the lowdown in it? What's the expectation? It's usually every 3-4 years.
Well, they said they started working on it literally after the first one. So I would either think that they're waiting for a big reveal, probably this next upcoming one, or that it's not going to be a launch title. But I'm pretty.
It's probably going to come out next year though, or at least be showcased next year.
Yeah, because
I didn't know if they were already working on it or what.
Oh, they've been working on it because like God of War, Spider-Man, they did numbers, bro. So they're definitely getting the sequel.
Well, I think what they're gonna do instead of a bunch of titles at once, they're gonna milk one title at a time. So Horizon West Pacific or whatever it's gonna be called, West Coast Horizon. That's gonna be their main title, and then Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to be the next one. And then, God of War 2 or whatever other mythology they want to defecate on is going to be the next one.
No, I can't. I mean, like, can you imagine if it's like Kratos has like holding Jesus up against the wall? No disrespect to the religious fans.
This is the last time. No,
He's gonna poke him with his own nails.
Jesus forgives him, and it like
warms
his cold heart.
Your dad's
cool, guys. Well, we definitely advanced it on longer than I expected. I just realized what time it was. So,
it's only been.
Did you guys? So, have you guys heard what Joe Rogan said? This is kind of a hot topic these days around kind of a lot of gaming communities. Definitely raised some eyebrows. Anybody hear it?
Well, I read on it the whole interview because I have dyslexia, so it took me a while. But yeah, it doesn't like I get his point, but in today's society with everyone wanting to complain about something and everyone's offended, video games is the only escape from reality we have.
Outside of drugs.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
It's kind
Well, I
of.
can't do drugs. All
Well-
my money's going to video games.
You see how video games have saved him? No.
And
Well,
video
I
games
gotta-
cost more than drugs.
They really do. It makes me mad.
I wouldn't know. I don't buy drugs.
I just like to make jokes about them and then sometimes be around them with other people in the same
Now
place.
imagine, just imagine when you have to buy video games and buy drugs.
Oh,
It fucking
dude.
sucks.
And then food, Jesus.
So what you're saying is we can quarter the markets by putting drugs in the video games.
And food.
You know, while you're playing this game, if you eat a piece of the barcode, it may or may not have acid on it.
It's
And
like
then if
little
you-
Wayfair video games, but instead of little kids, it's like little blunts.
That's
It's a golden ticket. Like everybody, try your receipt or try your barcode. If you get high, congratulations. If not, you ate paper.
now we're talking about peak. We're talking about peak America right there, bro.
Hey, look, man, there was people injecting Lysol. Let's not. Let's
We're just trying
not.
to help,
Like,
guys. We're just trying to help.
Peak America. Like,
We do not
Well, look,
condone the use of drugs, by the way, everybody. Like,
I got to start off talking about Joe Rogan, though, man. And like, let me preface by saying, man, I'm not going to talk ill about Joe Rogan because I fucks heavy with Joe Rogan, and I'm not trying to disrespect the man. I still to this day, you ask me 3 people that I would love to sit down and have a conversation with that I could pick, Joe Rogan would be one of them. So
yeah, you
I fucks
can't
with Joe
disrespect him.
Rogan.
He'll kick your liver into your ass.
Yeah, Joe Rogan ain't playing, man. You see some of them kicks.
Yeah.
But you know, for me, what makes it ironic, and you know, he has a point, and the same point can be made for anything. You know, but I think it's some of the language, and it was he kind of dug a little bit deeper into it as he goes, but to just say it's a complete waste of time, especially, you know, it's interesting to me because he's had a documented video game addiction, according to him, putting hours into Quake, and what was the other game you said, Alex? 2K, like.
Yeah, he played
Yeah.
2K.
So you know, it's he's had that addiction that I guess we probably have all experienced. I mean, I mean, Jesus, I when I was playing Rogue Spear on the computer, man, I literally sat there for days and like would only get up to piss and shit.
bro, Sky.
And yeah, I mean, so we've all been there. So I mean, but I mean, he kind of some of his language, you know, he calls it a real problem, and you know, he basically is saying that we're wasting our time, and you know, he's saying it's real exciting, but you don't get anywhere. And he wanted to put it to comparison to jiu-jitsu, but I thought it was a bad comparison because, you know, I am someone who has trained jiu-jitsu, and I can't tell you how many people who's been training jiu-jitsu for fucking 15 years and they ain't gone nowhere and they still suck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
you really can't compare it. I mean, it's not the same as a sport. I mean, I get what he's saying. Like, if you're a professional video gamer, you're forced to be adaptable. So you have to keep up with the game. So say if you make all your fame and all this money off Halo 5. Well, within 5 years, Halo 5 is not going to be there anymore. So you
Right.
have to be able to adapt to the next game. You know, it's not too dissimilar to some of these basketball stars. You know, you have a basketball player who's been in the game for 20 years or whatever, you know, which I know that's rare, but it happens. They have to adapt their game. Or think about some of the basketball coaches. You know, like when Rick Pitino first started coaching, the game is completely different today as when he first started coaching. So he was forced to adapt. And the same things with these gamers, man. Like, of course they're going to adapt. I mean, I just feel like it was a shot that wasn't necessary. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, my biggest thing would be, what about the positives that do come from the gaming? You know, the memory development that you gain and the muscle control that you start to develop over playing consistently over time. And on top of the fact that, you know, there's been considerable research done that shows that people that play video games for a certain, you know, a more liberal amount of time actually develop the ability to actually find things a lot faster compared to somebody that doesn't, because we're so much used to scanning things so much quicker and having to find things within that shorter amount of time. And on top of the
Reaction
social
times are
aspect, of,
faster.
some of us are kind of antisocial, and this keeps us sane by giving us the ability to interact with other people without necessarily having to be around other people.
Well, right, and it's no different than reading a book. You know, the games today, man, it's a new art form, man. It's filled with impactful storytelling and striking visuals, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a medium of entertainment, the same as reading would be. And no one's going to sit around and say that you're wasting your time if you read books all the time in your free time. You know what I mean?
Right. And if you're playing the right type of game, it's like reading a book that you can interact with.
Exactly. You know what I think happened is that Joe Rogan is a victim of very old kind of, an old thinking about things. He grew up in a time where, video games wouldn't get you anything. You were just playing because it was just a game. And he was growing up in that time saying, hey, you got to do this and you got to do that. And he even defied those things at that time, trying to be a comedian and, a martial artist. And he happened to just make it, but it was just as slim a chance for him as anybody else. It's one of those things that, nowadays the ceiling to get in on streaming is so much lower than it would be to own a dojo or to be a comedian or anything like that. You can easily get into that way more, streaming and virtual stuff, way more. It's become more of a normalcy in our society, and I think he's just a victim of old thinking because he was born in a time when that wasn't.
Man, it's like what Ty said earlier too, man. In this day and age, you can play video games, compete, earn money, build a following, make a career out of it. It was what you said, Ty, as a kid that's played Fortnite and turn around and make $1 million.
And he doesn't need to have $1 million to start. He doesn't need to start it. All he needs to do is have a mic and a system, and that's all.
Right.
And the thing is, what he's failing to see is it's actually easier to get in on this side than it is to get on the side he's talking about. It's one of and that's just old thinking, thinking from a different age and not really adapting to the age we are now, which is the virtual age, because, hey, they're holding classes on Zoom.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I got a message from somebody named Moby Dickhead. yo, Moby, man, I appreciate you tuning in, but say it in the chat, man. You don't got to private message me. But he goes, he says, video games are an important part of my mental health. I play them when I need a break from work or the world. They enrich my life the same way books and movies do. Video games aren't a waste of time. Telling someone how to enjoy their life is.
Hey, shout out to Moby Dickhead. They actually posted that tweet on the article.
Yeah, for real.
That's
stuff.
What's up.
Real stuff. Like, for real, man. Like, how you enjoy your time is you, whether it's read a book, watch TV, or play games. I think, in this time where we all really don't have much but to enjoy the time around us because, everything's closing back down and stuff, I think we shouldn't denigrate each other's pastimes.
I think that was the funniest thing when they was announcing the shutdown and talking about everybody had to stay home for 2 weeks. Everyone who had a normal job was like, oh, I got to stay in the house. And gamers was like, okay, cool. So do exactly what I've been doing for the last couple of years.
Every gamer was like, oh, snap, that RPG's getting done now, bro.
All my goods are going to be gold.
I trained my whole life for this moment. So then you have people like myself who I wouldn't trade my family life for the world, but I got 2 kids and a wife, and that's pretty much like being a slave. And
only 2, man. I'm on platinum.
I wasn't able to play hardly any video games over the break. But these are the trade-offs that we make.
Yeah, life still happens.
I did beat a few games though. Actually, I did play through.
That Zelda Breath of the Wild, that's a game.
Yeah. I played all the way through Zelda Breath of the Wild, almost 100.
I was so lucky enough to get my Switch Lite before they stopped making them.
Oh
man. I tell you, like, my wife got me one for my birthday. Got me a Switch, and my birthday was literally like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the world shut down. And so, like, luckily, she, my wife's responsible and shit, so she got to get. She ain't like me where I wait till like the day before her birthday and I'm running out trying to get all of her gifts and stuff. But she ordered it ahead of time. Well, then afterwards, we couldn't get anything. I couldn't get new Joy-Cons. I couldn't get a new game. It was like they were literally sold out everywhere. So it was like, luckily, we got our.
Oh yeah, you couldn't even buy PS4 controllers, and I'm like, damn.
Man, everybody.
You couldn't buy the off-brand controllers. That's how I knew it was bad. Amazon was like, we ain't got shit.
Dog,
my old Pelican Glow controller.
Like, you know, it's messed up when Logitech's talking about they out. I was like, we done. We don't got anything. I'm like,
Yeah, they were out of webcams. Like, damn.
I just don't understand it. I don't know. I don't know why some of the most obscure things were sold out.
PlayStation controllers, webcams, and toilet paper.
Like everyone's staying home. They're all buying webcams and toilet paper because they all wash their ass like Spider before they start streaming.
right.
That's hilarious, man. Well, guys, we're kind of up at the time here, a little bit over. So I wanted to give you guys another opportunity, man. We really enjoyed having you guys on the stream. You guys are awesome. I can't thank you enough for all the support and everything that Pack of Savages has done for 2Dev Gaming from the get-go, man. You guys have been there from the ground and one of our earliest partners. You guys were, especially Alex there was, fundamental and introducing us to Nerd Nation. And we owe you guys a lot. And we have all the respect in the world for you guys, man. So we really appreciate you guys taking your time and coming on our podcast and kicking it with us and having a fun time. I want to give this opportunity for you guys, man. If you have anything that you would like to say, any shameless plugs, where can we find you? What's your schedule looking like? How can people get a hold of Pack of Savages? And of course, we'll be posting the link in the comment section here as well if anybody listens back after the fact and wants to check out their site. But go ahead and hit us with some plugs, man.
Well, first and foremost, appreciate everything that 2Def has done for a Pack of Savages as well, as far as giving us an extra avenue to share our streams and reach new folks and things like that. And then also coming in and tuning in and help boost up the interactions between myself and also the other viewers. And then giving us this opportunity to come here and do the podcast with you all. So I want to say first, as far as follows go, everybody needs to go ahead and drop their follow on 2Def Gaming if you haven't already. Like this video for this podcast, and then hop over to A Pack of Savages. It's facebook.com/A Pack of Savages. Drop us a follow as well. We're, I believe, 5 followers away from 1,400. Big numbers,
Nice.
And then, I want to say I appreciate every member of A Pack of Savages, going from Chris, Ty, Sid, and myself, for sticking strong with everything for the past 6 years that we have. Our bond has only gotten stronger in these past few years, and we got so much more going. Then also I want to let y'all know I am a rapper, so make sure that y'all hop over and follow me on Spotify, listen to my music. Just look me up, Spider. You'll see something on there called Work Something. It's a little song going on right there. Newest song out called I Ain't Having That by LB Sickening featuring Spider. Check that out as well. My Instagram is Spider502. Twitter is A Pack of Savages. And if you want to reach out and contact us about any type of partnerships or sponsors or anything like that, A Pack of Savages at gmail.com. That's how you can have it from here.
TY, I'm a DJ as well as a member of Pack of Savages. So you can follow me on Mixcloud. That's mixcloud.com/TEEY-89. Go ahead and follow that. I'm going to have a whole lot more mixes coming up, and I'm going to actually start doing some more production. So rappers, if you got some stuff, go ahead and hit us up. Either get in contact with myself or Alex. And yeah, let's get some more gaming in. We hopping on Warzone or what?
I'm hopping on Warzone right after this. If anybody wants to
Let's
tune in,
go.
John, any of y'all want to hop in and get in some games with us real quick? We're gonna go ahead and go live on A Pack of Savages here shortly.
Well,
That's what's up. Yeah, everybody go over there and watch the live stream, man, for sure.
I'm going to be going to bed soon because I got work in the early morning. But I wanted to ask y'all, was y'all trying to get on that Avengers beta? Because I think it might be crossplay.
On the 9th is when it comes, the 9th or the 11th or something when it comes out, right?
Well, it's supposed to have a beta like the 7th or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's supposed to like if you pre-order or something like that. And I believe it might be crossplay.
If it's crossplay, I'm all over that like snake on shit.
I'm in there, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just letting y'all know I call Iron Man. If you touch Iron Man, I'm backing out. No,
I don't think I don't think they're gonna be in the beta, but still, like I'm definitely on it if it is. We'll see. But with that being said, if there's nothing else, we'd like to thank you all coming out for 2 Dev Podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe. Also go over to Pack of Savages, like, comment, subscribe there as well. And, just support the community and gaming in general. We'd like to thank you all, and you all have a blessed night.
And make sure y'all wash y'all's ass.
Two Dub.